Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Katie's Empire, and we got another interesting video for you guys to check out today. So today's video is actually going to be about a young lady asking a guy if there's anything she could have done to help save the relationship. Let's get into the video.
Is there anything I could have done to save our relationship?
Keisha, I think you're a great person. You know, I think you're a good person, and I appreciate the fact that you realized how closed off you were. You know, but to answer your question, I think you could have saved the relationship by being more appreciative. You know, putting more effort. You know, the same way I did. You know, and I kept stepping towards you, but you kept stepping back. You know, and marriage was out the question because don't nobody want to marry anyone who not showing the same appreciation as them or who not giving their effort like them. So that just pushed me back. You know, and as far as right now, I have a girlfriend. You know, and I love her to death. And that's what I want to get you to see, that you got to appreciate the people that's in your life. You know, the people that come in your life, you don't know how long they're going to be there. You got to appreciate them while they're there, because when they're gone and you don't appreciate them, they got every right to walk away from you.
Ooh, hey, we're going to spend some time getting to this. So let me go ahead and get on the road because I got somewhere I got to be, but we're going to get into it. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get into it. So this is the case for a lot of guys out there, more than what the media and everybody else tries to say, because they will try to paint a picture and they will try to make it seem like, you know, most of the men out here are bad guys, when I believe that it's the complete opposite. I honestly have know plenty of really great guys that get into it with a young lady, and this happens. When they're in it, they don't understand it. They don't realize how good they have it until after they don't. And they get back out into the dating market and they try to figure out, like, was that thing that I had last, my ex, or 2-3 years ago, was that something that I should have held on to? In a lot of different cases, yes. A lot of people need to understand this may be as good as you can get. So you have to cherish those type of people, because like Drake say, man, most of us, you never see it coming, you just get to see it go. And they start to realize in their mid to late 30s, early 40s, or whatever. Some of the people, it hit a lot sooner than others, but they start to realize that I made a mistake, and they try to come back to the front of the congregation and apologize and try to figure out, what could I have done differently to, you know, help this thing continue to go? You know, I've been out here and I've searched and I've seen that there aren't any guys as good as you are that's willing to take me serious. And I've seen it, you know, my own personal life, from family, friends. I mean, we see it all the time on social media about how many women have honestly, openly said that I messed up with a really great guy, and I have no shot at getting him because he is now in a relationship with someone else, and that person is not letting go. That person is holding on for dear life, and a lot of these guys have went on to be married. And he also said, listen, nobody wants to marry anybody that they feel like they're giving their all to and they're getting nothing in return. And this is across the board. This is not just apply to just women or just men. If you are with someone and this person constantly tries to get you to understand, like, listen, I'm trying. I am honestly trying. I'm giving my all. I am going above and beyond than, you know, what maybe I normally do, what I'm normally used to, or whatever. I am really honestly trying my hardest here because I'm trying to make things work with you, because I see potential, and I believe that this thing can grow into something so freaking beautiful if you allow it. If you stop fighting this, stop fighting me. And when you look at, I've seen a lot of people that I have honestly been cheering for. I've been in their corner. Listen, I have been the mediator sometime in some of these situations, in some of these relationships, and I can honestly, like, help, you know, push these people back in front of each other. But the only way you're going to make something like this work is if you want to make it work. And a lot of y'all are going to have to change the way that you're doing things. A lot of us take things from our childhood, other relationships, and we bring them into our new relationships. And what that ends up doing is that all of that trauma and everything, you take those things, and some of the people don't even realize you end up causing a rip in the friendship, in the relationship. It's just my personal belief, but I believe that oftentimes these arguments and these different situations are honestly triggers from other relationships, whether they were from, again, previous relationships or things that have happened in somebody's childhood that they haven't went and spoke to a professional about to help them navigate and get through those things. Because we oftentimes believe that we can just cover something up and we're good. And I think and I believe that a lot of these things, these things that we experience in this trauma affects negatively, have a negative effect on our relationships later on in life. And this is why I push and I encourage therapy. Go speak to a therapist, a professional that's going to help you hopefully navigate and get through those things. Some of us are going to honestly have to revisit a lot of things that have happened in our childhood, a lot of things that we want to forget about, but you can't just put a blanket over that thing or just put a Band-Aid over that thing and think that you're going to be okay. I don't believe that. And this is speaking from a person that used to do the exact same things. Another thing that he said that really stung, I know it hurt her so much, was that, and now I have a girlfriend and I love her to death. Because now that gentleman, that young man has found someone that really honestly appreciates him. And listen to this carefully, ladies. A woman that probably has opened up to him, because I think that's one of the biggest freaking parts today, right? And listen, I'm not speaking about those guys that's no good, because I mean, you can clearly see, you can clearly tell that this is a good guy. Like, you don't even have to, like, you don't even have to know the background or anything like that. You can just listen to how he speaks, how he talks, and there's no ill will or anything in his voice. Even though a lot of people will hold grudges and everything, like, I gave you my all and you still gave me the short end of the stick. And he's basically just saying, like, listen, hey, you know, there's no ill will, you know, over here on this side. You know, I respect what you were saying. I thank you so much, you know what I'm saying, that you came on here and, you know, you've expressed yourself. Thank you. Like, I appreciate that. But now, like, you know, there's no chance. I have a girl now. I have a girlfriend that understands these things. And this guy, again, is probably going to move along and end up marrying that young lady because she appreciates him. She's doing all the things that this young lady should have done. And I don't care what anybody says. It's not hard to identify a good person, whether it be a good man or a good woman, because it's in them. It's who they are. They don't have to pretend, and under any circumstances, they don't navigate away from that. That's in them. That's embedded in them. When you are a good person, when you are a genuine person, that's who you are 100% of the time. And somebody can tell you something until they're blue in the face. And whether you choose to believe them, that's completely up to you. But what I always tell you guys is, don't just listen to what people say, but pay attention to how they move. And if this person is doing, showing, and telling you that they're a good person, and that's what you see, then you need to make sure that you hold on to those type of people. Because trust and believe, they don't come a dime a dozen. These type of people, and I'm gonna go on a limb right here to say this, it is going to be a lot easier for a man to find a good woman than a woman to find a good man. And the reason why I say that is because there are more women on this earth than there are men. And when you start to think about all the different things that go into that after the fact, you know, when it comes to dating, like, you know, you want to get a guy, you know, is he willing to date whatever race you are? Is he willing to date, you know, whatever you look like or whatever? Like, it's a lot of different things that go into that. So that's why I always, and I stand on that, I believe that it's going to be a lot easier for a man to find a woman that he's equally yoked with versus a woman trying to do the exact same thing. But I'm gonna stop it right there, man. I feel like I've been rambling too much, but this is a topic that I really want to get into, because this is something that I have honestly seen a lot, because it seems like the tables have almost flip-flopped. At one point in time, this was a lot of women saying these exact same things where, you know, I was opening up and all this other stuff, but I wasn't getting the exact same thing in return. And now I'm starting to see the complete opposite, where there are a lot of guys out there that are saying, listen, I'm doing all of this and I'm trying my best to get you to open up and realize that I'm here for you. Like, I'm trying my best, but you know, if I'm not going to get anything in return, if you're going to continue to be this hard shell, you don't want to open up, you don't want to communicate and talk, then you give me no other choice. So I really want to hear from you guys, man. What do y'all think about this video, man? Y'all drop a comment down below and let's talk about it, all right? Y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.
Blueberry, Burberry, button-up, tan skin, mixed race, buttercup, Canada weather, got a bundle up. I'm tryna work, she hit my phone, she wanna, whoa.